Hello. Today I am spending my day getting my annual first aid and CPR recertification. This is something I really and truly believe in because it can save lives. I believe that as many people as possible should be trained in CPR first aid. And if any of us could, by taking a course, know that if we were in a situation where someone we loved, a parent, a child, or maybe a complete stranger, needed us to save their lives, then of course I can't understand why anyone wouldn't want to do that. Similarly, by this logic, I have never understood why everybody, all of society, wouldn't band together in order to do first aid for our planet. I went through quite a decent chunk of time where I was actually quite upset with my parents' generation. Because from a very young age, I can remember seeing a video about the climate crisis in school, learning about it in science class, and to me, it was inconceivable that adults knew that this was a problem and they weren't spending every waking minute, that everybody wasn't spending all their time making sure that we averted climate disaster. Nothing else makes sense to me, and I'm prepared and have been my entire adult life to do everything possible to make sure that we avert this disaster. We are needed now. Join the Green Party. Help to organize. We need to make sure that everyone is aware, that everyone is working towards a future where we avert disaster. My children are now 19 and 22. We've seen the 7 hottest years on record. This was just in The Guardian a couple of days ago. We've seen a snowstorm that's unparalleled in the history of Saskatchewan in my lifetime in the last week. It's time for all of us to look at this as an emergency. The same as making sure that you are there in order to save your loved one's life if they have a medical emergency and administer first aid. Right now, we need to make sure that we're there to provide first aid for our planet. That we make sure that the kids aren't left with this problem to deal with. There are solutions. We are able to make sure that there is a livable world for future generations. But we need everybody working together. Join now. Help, please. Together, if we can organize throughout this province, we as Greens can make sure that the climate crisis is front and center as an issue moving forward. This needs to happen. We don't have 4 more years, but we must prepare for 4 more years when the next election comes. We need climate action now.